Hello everyone, I'm Nick Connor, and welcome back to the May-June installment of the TeamBuilders Worldwide video newsletter. I tell you, it's beautiful outside. Flowers are starting to bloom. We're really getting psyched about the summer. It's kind of this empowering feeling you get when the weather breaks like this up in Boston. So we thought, wow, let's talk about empowerment. So come with us for this installment of TeamBuilders Worldwide as we talk about empowerment. Hi, welcome back. As I stated in the intro, today we're going to talk a little bit about empowerment. Very interesting word. See, to us, empowerment is one of the most abused words in business. Why? Because a lot of folks don't know the definition, the true definition of empowerment. It gets very confusing for folks. So we're going to share with you a model that we actually came up with sometime back in the 90s. One of our chief facilitators, David Broadbent, came up with this working with one of our clients. See, we were doing a leadership session back in the 90s, and we had this leader that was absolutely not empowering. And so through this work, he actually got to the point where he said, well, at least I think about empowering folks. So that's a huge step for me. And we kind of laughed about it. We talked, well, you know, what's the issue you have? He says, well, I find myself putting people in boxes. And I put people in boxes based on three things. So we said, well, let's talk about that. And hence, this model was developed. So basically what we're talking about with the boxes of empowerment, we place people in boxes based on one of three things. We either place them in a box based on them as the worker, based on the leader, or of course based on the situation. Let me elaborate. Of course, we got this box over here. I got a real small, teeny tiny box right here. And this box is kind of that box of empowerment where it is, look, do what I say, when I say, how I say. Very small box of empowerment. Now, let's go back to our three issues here. Number one, as a worker, why would I stick somebody in that small box? Well, it could be a brand new employee. I'm not going to fully empower a brand new employee. Could be somebody who's been there for a while, but yet, yeah, we got some trust issues with them. Might have some performance issues going on. We might be finding ways to develop them. But either way, we are going to put them in a very small box based on them as the worker. Now, based on me as the leader, why would I be placing somebody into a small box of empowerment? Well, it could say a lot about me. As a leader, I could be a control freak. I love to have control of everything that's going on. So what I'm going to do is put my folks in these boxes and make sure that they report back to me so I know everything that's going on and I call all the shots. Now, based on the situation, why might I put somebody into a small box? Well, it could be a very high-profile situation. We could have the brass coming down on us. So as a leader and as a worker, we need to make sure that we operate within that very small box and that we dot all the I's, cross all the T's. High-profile situation. Now, let's switch gears. Let's go way out here in this box here. The empowerment box that basically says, look, go make it happen, keep us in the loop, we're sure it's going to be fine. So, based on the person as a worker, why would I place them out in this great big box? Well, I'm going to place them out in this great big box because they probably have proven themselves. Very reliable, very trustworthy. So as a worker, I am going to let you go and do your job. You do it well, you've done it for many years. As a leader, why will I put somebody in this great big box? Well, as a leader, I might be that kind of person that just loves to empower folks. I love to develop people. The other side of it is, I could be retiring in 6 months. Really don't care how it turns out. So go for it. Go in that great big box. Either way, as a leader, there are different reasons why we might be empowering folks in these different levels. Now, what kind of a situation is it if I'm sticking somebody way out here in a big box of empowerment? Well, it could be one of those situations that we've handled every single day. Not to be disrespectful to anybody, but let's say your job's to take out the trash. I will assume that went well. You don't have to report back to me. So we have these situations that we all handle every single day. We're going to stick folks in great big boxes. Now, here's the catch. Yes, we've defined these boxes. We're placing folks in different areas of empowerment based on them as a worker, us as the leader, and of course the situation at hand. Here's where we get challenged. So imagine I've got somebody operating in a box right here. And of course my perception is they should be operating in a box right here. What's my perception of my worker or my teammate now? Unambitious, really not taking on any initiative. There's a lot of things that we can start thinking about, but basically they're not performing where we need them to be. Let's switch this around a little bit. Let's say that my person is operating in a box right here. My perception as a leader is, well, geez, I think they should be right here. Now, how do I see them? Oh my gosh, I got a loose cannon on my hands. I've got somebody out there that's doing stuff. I got to reel this person back in. You see, the challenge we have on this is that if we don't define which box people are in at different times, that's where confusion happens. That's where communication breakdowns happen. That's where rework happens. You know, it'd be wonderful if our teammates could all just tattoo this on our hands, so every time a project comes up, they'll say, okay, which box am I in? You know, let's get this out of the way right now. And that's why empowerment becomes one of those very abused words. Because a lot of folks, you say, you're empowered. They think, woohoo, and they go out and they think that sky's the limit. It's not. There are varying degrees. We have got to do a good job as leaders to communicate to our workers what box they are in based on which situation is at hand. So, just to recap, empowerment, one of those abused words in business because folks don't fully understand its impact. We must allow folks to understand what that means. Now, tattoos, probably out, but communication, definitely in. So keep that in mind the next time you talk about empowerment with your folks and your teams also. Remember, sometimes we fully empower teams, not just individuals and teams. Where are we sticking our team in a box? So, wish you the best of luck. Hope this is useful for you. Remember, if you only use this once, it's been stealing. If you use this information more than once, it's been research. Good luck. We'll talk to you next issue.